As German forces occupied Norway in 1940, their access to the country's industrial and scientific assets, including the hydroelectric power plants, posed a grave threat. The control over these plants equated to control over scientific progress and the potential development of nuclear bombs. In 1942 and 1943, a series of operations were conducted during World War II aimed at disrupting the Nazi German nuclear weapons program. This is the story of the Norwegian heavy water Sabotage, a mission that would alter the trajectory of the war and the development of weapons that could put an end to the world. In the years leading up to World War II, the world of science was rapidly advancing. Among the many discoveries captivating the minds of researchers was heavy water, a peculiar form of water characterized by its unique atomic composition. This heavy water, composed of an extra neutron in its nucleus, held the key to unlocking the potential of nuclear energy and weaponry. As the clouds of war gathered on the horizon, the race to harness the power of the atom intensified. Nations were acutely aware that the secrets of nuclear technology could tip the balance of power in their favor. Germany, under Nazi rule, emerged as a formidable force not only in terms of military might, but also in the realm of scientific innovation. At the heart of their scientific pursuits was the quest for nuclear capability. Heavy water, with its potential to sustain nuclear chain reactions, became a coveted resource. However, as Germany's interest in this resource became apparent, so did the alarm among the Allied powers. The goal was to prevent the Nazis from obtaining sufficient heavy water, a crucial component for producing plutonium, which could be used in the development of nuclear weapons. The thought of a nuclear-armed adversary ignited global concerns. The disruption of the German nuclear program during World War II represented a critical endeavor undertaken by a complex network of Allied forces, intelligence agencies, and resistance groups. Its objective was clear: prevent Nazi Germany from realizing their nuclear ambitions. This multifaceted effort combined espionage, sabotage, scientific collaboration, and military action to achieve its goals. This brings us to Norway, a nation blessed with hydroelectric power, an essential ingredient in the production of heavy water. The Norwegian resistance and British intelligence became determined to prevent the Germans from acquiring sufficient resources. In 1942, the British launched a series of air raids against the Vemork plant. But these attacks did not significantly affect production. Subsequently, the decision was made to conduct a ground operation. In October 1942, Operation Grouse was launched. A small group of Norwegian Commandos, led by Joachim Runneberg, was dropped into the Hardangervidda Plateau near the plant. This team, known as Grouse, established a base and collected intelligence on the plant's security. This was the aim of the mission, and it was carried out successfully. The next part of the plan was to get the Englishmen to land on the coast of Norway and infiltrate the German lines with them. Once they had established contact with London, the Grouse Party began making preparations for the arrival of the British Commandos, known as Operation Freshman. In November, a couple of landing attempts by the British failed due to weather, as gliders crashed with fatal outcomes. All survivors were found by civilians and executed as partisans at the German camp at Sledebo, near Egersund. The Operation Freshman was labeled as a failure. However, giving up was never on anyone's mind. British authorities decided to try to mount another operation with the group of Norwegian Commandos that were still in position from Operation Grouse. On the night of 16th of February 1943, Operation Gunnerside was launched. Charles Jocelyn Hambro, who was a British intelligence officer, and an additional 6 Norwegian commandos joined the Grouse team and made final preparations for their assault, scheduled for the night of 27th of February 1943. They managed to get to and infiltrate the plant, placed explosive charges on the heavy water electrolysis chambers, and attached a fuse, which allowed sufficient time for their escape. The explosive charges detonated without issues, destroying the chambers. The raid was considered a massive success. The entire inventory of heavy water produced during the German occupation, over 1,102 pounds, was destroyed with equipment critical to the operation of the electrolysis chambers. Although 3,000 German soldiers were dispatched to search the area for the Commandos, all escaped. 5 Commandos escaped by skiing 200 miles to Sweden, 2 proceeded to Oslo, and 4 remained in the region for further resistance work. This victory represented a monumental setback for the German nuclear program and showcased the exceptional bravery and resourcefulness of the Norwegian Commandos and their British counterparts. The Norwegian heavy water sabotage's impact was profound. It not only disrupted Germany's nuclear aspirations, but also influenced the broader landscape of international relations and scientific progress. The disrupted German nuclear program played a role in shaping the post-war world by contributing to the nuclear arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Germany did not achieve a functioning nuclear weapon, however. The knowledge gained from this mission paved the way for advancements in nuclear research and energy production. The experience of Germany's nuclear ambitions underscored the importance of international agreements to regulate the spread of nuclear technology. After the war, both the United States and the Soviet Union sought to gather as much information as possible about the German nuclear program, as it provided valuable insights into nuclear technology. Many German scientists, including some who had worked on the nuclear program, were recruited by the United States and the Soviet Union. If you enjoyed learning about these operations, don't forget to subscribe for more captivating insights into the events of World War II. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.